Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Alhamdulillahirrabbilalamin. Wassalatu wassalamu ala ashrafil anbiya'i wal mursalin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in amma ba'd. Firstly, I all praises due to Allah, the Lord of the world, the Master of the universe, that always gives us His love and affection. So today, myself, I can present my paper and also record this video. And also you all is in happy situations and a good condition. So today, you all as my best friend in English subject economic faculty, we can together listen to my presentation today. Salawat and salam always due to Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and we always hope his syafaat is given to us in dunia, I mean in here, and also in hereafter in akhirat. Amin ya rabbal alamin. And thirdly, I say thank you very much for Mrs. Dr. Huriyah as the English lecturer in Islamic economic faculty that gives me time to deliver my paper, and also that always guide us in this English subject. Well, I also say thank you very much for all of you, my friends in Islamic economic faculty, that gives me time to also deliver this speech about presentations in the title Mikro Wakaf Bank or Bank Wakaf Mikro in Indonesia, or BWM. And the complete title today is Mikro Wakaf Bank or Bank Wakaf Mikro as a means empowerment in micro, small, and medium business through pesantren. Let me introduce my name first, but I'm sure that you all have known my name. But for Ms. Huriyah, I think you haven't known my name. Well, my name is Najhah Barnamij, and yeah, I'm coming from Cirebon. We start these presentations. We go to the first slide, and the first slide is what is a micro Wakaf bank or BWM. And the second slide, there is a picture about BWM, I mean, Bank Wakaf Mikro. It is one of the sample of one of Bank Wakaf Mikro in Indonesia. This is Bank Wakaf Mikro has compact. And in the third slide, there is launching Bank Wakaf Mikro in Pondok Pesantren Api Kalibungu in Kendal. This is in Central Java, yeah. In 30 December 2019. This is before COVID, yeah. Well, let's go to the next slide. I'm gonna explain about the introduction first. The introductions what BWM is. What is Bank Wakaf Mikro? Bank Wakaf Mikro or Micro Wakaf Bank is a non-formal, non-bank financial institutions in the form of Sharia Microfinance Institutions or LKMS, Lembaga Keuangan Mikro Syariah, which was established with the permissions of the Financial Services Authority or OJK or Otoritas Jasa Keuangan, which provides access to capital or finance for small people who do not have access to formal financial institutions. So with this BWM or Bank Wakaf Mikro this is the Sharia Microfinance Institutions, and the second was it is getting permission or the legality from the Financial Services Authority or OJK. And then it is for whom this is given for the people, for the societies in a very remote area that cannot reach the formal financial institutions. And the establishments of Micro Wakaf Bank was motivated by poverty and economic disparities, which resulted in some groups of people, especially those in remote village, unable to access banking services in connections with applying for business capital loans. Based on this background, Micro Wakaf banks are present in the midst of marginalized community groups, I mean remote area, to provide services and access to business capital assistance through soft loans without collateral. So this is a finance that given for the community groups in a very small or ultra micro business, and this is without collateral. And the third one is OJK or Otoritas Jasa Keuangan collaborates with the Amil Zakat institutions. In this is Lasnas BSM Umat by the business entity from Indonesia Cooperative Ministry or Koperasi, and Islamic boarding schools or pesantren, and also community in leaders, including in coaching and mentoring customers. Well, the next slide is this is BWM founding father. They are for members, I mean for institutions that give the contributions to this building of BWM, this operational of Wakaf Mikro. The first is OJK, Otoritas Jasa Keuangan, as the supervisor. It gives the issuance of permits for the establishments for Wakaf Mikro falls under the authority of the OJK, including its supervision. And the second is LAZ or Lembaga Amil Zakat Nasional BSM Umat. It raises fund from the donors and conglomerates for the operational for Wakaf Mikro. And the third institution is pesantren or Islamic boarding school. This is the manager who manage the operational and also giving the finance for the MKM is pesantren, pondok pesantren. And the last institution is koperasi. Koperasi or Kementerian Koperasi give the legal entity as the Syariah microfinancing or Lembaga Keuangan Mikro Syariah. So these are four founding fathers that give the contributions to the birth of Wakaf Mikro. Well, the next slide, this is the progress, Wakaf Mikro progress in Indonesia. In 2018, there are only 28 Wakaf Mikro. And then in 2019, it is 52 Wakaf Mikro. And then in this year, 2020, there are 56 Wakaf Mikro. Yeah, you all know that there is because of the COVID-19, so there are many programs by the government health. It is postponed and delayed because of this pandemic COVID. It's hard to build a new BWM in this condition. So until today, from 2018 until 2020 is 56 Wakaf Mikro in Indonesia. And this 56 Wakaf Mikro Indonesia, and this 56 Wakaf Mikro have registered by OJK, and then it is spread in 18 provinces from Aceh to Papua, and then with the total financing today until today is 51.29 billions. Wow, very big numbers. And then the customers is all over Indonesia is for about 36,360 customers. Wow. Well, the next slide is why, as I say before, that pesantren is as the manager of this program. Why OJK in this program? I mean, government choose pesantren as the manager of Wakaf Mikro. There are three causes, yeah, that make pesantren is chosen as the manager of BWM. The first is because pesantren has a strategic function in economic empowerment people, and one of the elements of society that has a deep strategic function assistance to encourage the community's economy in pesantren. So pesantren is the center of educations, I mean religious educations. It also have the influencing in the society around the pesantren. So one of the cause why pesantren is chosen as the manager is because pesantren has the strong control around the society around pesantren. And the second one is with the potential of 28,194 pesantren recorded in the Ministries Data Religion Republic of Indonesia or Kementerian Agama. Pesantren as educational institutions, which is based on religion, has a great potential for empower people and play a role in eroding inequality, economy, and alleviating poverty. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we all know that pesantren has the students that study in pesantren called santri. There are four elements in pesantren members. The first is santri that study in pesantren, and the second one is the parents of santri or wali santri we call it, and the third one is alumnus or the graduated student from pesantren, And the fourth one is society around pesantren. So these four members for elements from pesantren cannot be spirited to the pesantren. Although it is year by year is pass through, but pesantren always has its power to influence those four elements. I mean santri, and then wali santri, also societies, and also alumnus. And the third cause why pesantren is chosen is because OJK says the need to make match between them parties that have access funds to be donated to society with people who need financing for ventures with very low yield rewards. So government believe that pesantren can give the financing to societies around pesantren, and pesantren can make the increasing and develop the economic conditions for the society around pesantren. And the next slide is BWM business model. BWM business model, there are three models. The first is business licenses as a Sharia microfinance institution. So this is Sharia microfinancing, micro, small. And the second one is it is social oriented. Every finance institutions like bank or non-bank always have its profit oriented, but in Wakaf Mikro they are no profit oriented because it is really pure for social oriented. And then the third one is it is channeled without collateral. This is without collateral. So when a person or one of society need help for the financing, they can ask it to Wakaf Mikro without collateral. So they don't need to give their wealth. I mean like BPKB motor, their motorcycle licenses, or gold, or others that usually taken as the collateral for the finance, or like bank when they need money to get this money for their financing, yeah. And then next slide is Wakaf Mikro characteristic. BWM characteristics. The first characteristics is it managed by pesantren, and the second one is customers are only limited to rural or remote communities, and the third one is funding is given to groups, not individuals. So the special thing is in BWM it use a group, it use a community when they want to get the financial. And then the fourth one is the source of capital is in the form of donations, not investments. So it is pure donations and not investments. That's why Wakaf Mikro is not profit oriented, but is social oriented. And the fifth one is there is business coaching for customers. Yeah, there is we can say it pengajian. There's a special agenda when the supervisor take the money from what they lend. They always give some coaching with some Islamic studies, Islamic lessons, and also about how the strategies and also the mechanism how to increase their business, how to develop market business. It is given to them when it takes in the coaching, yeah. And then the sixth one is it is very low profit sharing margins, maximal 3% in a year, yeah. So when the society lend the money to the Wakaf Mikro, example 1 million, so it only take as a margin as ujroh, I mean only 3% a year. So in a million, 3% is for about 30,000 rupiahs only in a year when they lend 1 million rupiahs. And then the next is customers are not limited by religion. So it is okay for who are not Muslim, non-Muslim to also if they need the money to finance their business, they can take it in from the Wakaf Mikro. And the last one is the presence of micro Wakaf Bank is expected to be a pillar that supports the economy of rural community groups. So government has a very big expectation for pesantren in as a manager in this Bank Wakaf Mikro. They can increase and develop the economy of society around pesantren. Well, those are the presentations from me about the Bank Wakaf Mikro or Micro Wakaf Bank for this presentation today. Well, the conclusions of my presentations are: the first is Bank Wakaf Mikro is the Sharia micro financing, the Sharia as the lembaga keuangan mikro syariah or Sharia micro financing institution. And then the second one is Bank Wakaf Mikro is a very special institution because this gives it to the society the financing to improve the society's business and society's economy by the guidance with the coaching and also the religion studies when they have halakoh mingguan or weekly halakoh in every week, once a week to take their money. So in a week they take 25,000 rupiah to return their money lending. And the third one is this characteristics is it is not as the profit oriented, but Bank Wakaf Mikro is social oriented. So there are many people and societies that say that by this Bank Wakaf Mikro there are many improvement and many increasing to their business, so they can make their business is bigger and bigger. Those all the conclusion today. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I say thank you very much for the time. May what I explain and I deliver today is useful and give advantages for you all. And I do so sorry for all of the mistakes that it is from me myself, and also if the truth is from Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. The last, I say thank you very much for Mrs. Huriyah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you.